Hello there guys, it's the Zydeco here. We're doing a video today, and this video is going to be showing you how to install Craft Bukkit um, for your server, so you can run Craft Bukkit, and I'll show you how to port forward as well, so people can connect to your server without using Hamachi, and things like that. So first, what you're going to want to do, I'll put the links in the description, but you're going to want to go to the Bukkit site, bukkit.org. And then on the right hand side of the page, it'll show the latest build for Bukkit, which I believe is Craft Bukkit 1.2.5 R5. So just download this and download this jar file. Wait for that to download. And then what we're going to want to do is on your desktop create a new folder for your server folder, so let's call it YouTube YouTube server. Doesn't matter what you call that, it could be anything. So we've got our YouTube server folder. Then there you go, that's downloaded. So we can put it straight into here. Now that's the server file. Now we're going to want to create a start.bat file, which is a batch file, which will be the command, the cmd that will run this file. So if you just double click on that, then it isn't running it. You've got nothing to access the console with. So create a new text document, and what you're going to want to do is name it anything. So server.bat can be anything. Now, if this isn't enabled, the .bat file, the file extensions, so it'll just say something like new text document. That bit won't be there. The .txt won't be there. So you need to enable that on the control panel and go to folder options, and then view, and where it says hide extensions for known file types, you need to, that will by default that will be ticked, so you untick that, then click OK, and then on your computer it should show the file extensions. So just rename that to server.bat, and then there's a bit of text you need to put in here. By just running that, nothing will happen because you haven't selected the jar file and where your Java path is. So again, I'll put a link for this. You're going to want to I'll put the link in the description for the servers setting up Bukkit server. There we go, and then the text will be here. So you need to select which one is appropriate for you. In my case, I'm running Java 7, so I'll copy all of this, copy it, and then go back into the folder and edit, right click and edit it, paste that in there, so that's all set. However, if you look here, it says craftbukkit.jar. Where's the craftbukkit.jar? It's craftbukkit 1.2.5, so you can either rename that to -1.2.5, or what I think's easier is renaming this just to craftbukkit.jar. All done. So now that's all done, give your server a launch, start it up, and then I've already got a server running on that port, so I'll be back and just fix that for you guys. Okay, so I'm back and I've just started it up again. It's running a different port because I've got another one, but that won't affect this tutorial. So it's gonna, of course, like any old Minecraft server, not just Bukkit, it's gonna load up the spawn areas for the regions for level 1 and level 2, yeah. Okay, so that's done. Now, as you'll see in this folder, it will have added tons of files and folders. So this is good. They're meant to be like that, in case you're worrying, which you shouldn't be. So I think we can stop the server now. But basically we've got a craft bucket server, so if we try and connect to the server, we'll have to use localhost at the moment. There we go. Be this. Ignore that because that's not right. So localhost. Ignore that port at the end. Just localhost, and then you'll be able to connect to it, and you'll see that Hazard169 has logged in. So there we go. We've done the server. The server's done. You can add plugins from the dev bucket site into that folder, so you can get all your cool bucket plugins and permissions. And I'll now show you how people can connect to it by port forwarding. So the way you do this is by setting up a port forward on your routers. Like, I don't know. So I'm doing this especially for Zephos HD, who's requested me to do this for port forwarding because it is quite hard. So sign into your router. If you don't know how to connect to your router, it should be 192.168.1.168.0.1 for a lot of routers. If we go IP CMD, open up your CMD. If you're on Windows XP, then open your run file and then type CMD, but I won't go for that. Then ipconfig, this is the command on the CMD which shows your local area connection. So you'll need this one, IPv4 address later. The default gateway is what you log in to your router with. So 192.168.0.1 is that address there. So if it displayed, let's say 2.1, then we'd change that to 2.1. But it's not, so right, you're gonna wanna, I don't know what it'll be on your router, but on mine it's on the advanced settings, and this is a new layout actually because I haven't seen this before. But anyway, look around it on this page, and you should find something called port forwarding. Now I've set up loads of port forwards already because I run a server. So basically you can leave this field blank. The name of your port forward is going to be, doesn't matter, let's say MC server. MC server. Now the start port is going to want to be 25565. That is the default Minecraft port, and the end port is the same. The protocol, you're going to want to use a TCP protocol. Now this thing here is the thing I showed you earlier, the IPv4 address, not the default gateway, this one. So you're going to want to look around, find IPv4 address 192.168.0.2. 192.168.0.2. Done. So I've already got ports already listing in the port forwarding rules, so I've already got that one just there. So I'm going to leave it. So I've just added it. Minecraft 25565 TCP, then your IPv4 address. So that's been added, and then now you're going to want to find out what your IP is. You can do this simply by typing IP on Google. Your public IP address is There you go, that's mine. I'm gonna block it so you can't see, because I don't want you seeing my IP. That's outrageous. So you just copy that IP that you find where it says your public IP address is. So you've got that. Now you can actually connect to that. You can connect to your server using that. So if you go on add server with my IP address. Okay, as you can see, nothing's happening. This is either because there's something that we need to change in the server properties, or it could be that, as I call it, the port forward hasn't warmed up, because it can take a few minutes for it to kick in. So on the server properties, you can have a flick through these. Allow flight, server port, that should be 25565. 25565, that must be 25565, unless you're running multiple servers like me, but I don't think you are. So, and this server IP, although it's tempting just to put in your server IP, so like whatever your IP is, you need to leave that blank. No matter what, you leave that blank. So in whitelist online mode, you can set that to false if you want to use cracked. If you want to use cracked Minecraft like my server does, but I'd advise you use a login plugin so people can't log in as other people and hack the server, which is bad. So that's pretty much the server properties. I can save that. Let's check if this is loaded. Okay, that hasn't loaded for some reason. I'll come back when this is loaded up. So there you go. As you see, the server is running. There we go. That's exactly the same place we were earlier. So you can log in with that IP. Give that to your friend. They'll be able to log in with exactly the same IP that you found. But I'm actually going to show you another thing so you can change your IP so people don't have your public IP address, because believe me, you can be hacked if people have access to that IP address. So I use this arcnist.zapto.org, which is my server. So what you're going to want to do is go back onto the internet, search for a site called NoIP. I recommend this site to everyone. There's more out there, but this one is free, and although it still costs a 24/7 hour host, you can change your IP for free. Sorry, not change your IP, but change the IP that they connect to. So basically, it's using a domain. So just log in. And then manage hosts. I've already got a host there, but what you're going to want to do is add a host. So the host name, you can choose things here. Mine's zapto.org because it sounds cool and looks cool. So let's say YouTube server 99. Is that available? Yeah, that is. So that's all done. Now this will automatically be filled in your IP address. That's the same IP address you typed in on Google and the same IP address we used to connect to the server. So mine's just there. Then science group, you can leave all of that. Make sure it's selected DNS host A. You can ignore all of this, the rest of that. Create host. And there we go. YouTube server 99.zapto.org. Now, need to add a server. YouTube server 99.zapto.org. Then you can ignore this port because remember I'm hosting multiple servers. 25566. Then there we go. YouTube server.zapto.org. Ignore that. ignore that at all. Everything. Log in. There we go. All done. So port forwards are just some people they don't work out, for others they work like a charm, but it's one of those things that are just annoying. I find them really annoying. There should be an easier way than this, but you have to port forward it. Make sure you use TCP protocol. That's another reason. If you use TCP and UDP, then it's less likely that it's going to work. So this video is mainly for Zephos HD. So hope this video has helped you. If you want to know how to install plugins, in fact I'll show you how to install plugins, because that's something that people are going to want. I'll do a separate video possibly on how to set up permissions and group manager or permissions X. So if we go on the Bukkit dev site and let's go to one of my plugins, broadcast reload, why not, or control. So let's get this file. So you've downloaded the plugin. Most plugins come as jars, but mine's different because mine's cool, mine's special. But this is in a zip file. Then it's extremely simple. Don't even know why I'm showing you this, but control.jar and the control file will just go straight into your plugins folder. Now you've installed a plugin. All you need to do now is reload the server. There we go. Control, enabling control. All good. Now you can control players as you like, even though there's no one online to control. But still, and I'm not an op, so I can't control people. Yeah, you might want to op yourself, otherwise you have access to no commands. Awesome. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video has helped you to install plugins, port forward, and just install Craft Bukkit on your server, which is 100 times better than the usual like Minecraft server, which is I think is pretty crap. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this helped. See you later.